Hello everybody, welcome back to the TakeOver Racing League Season 3. Round 7 of the championship brings us to the Albert Park Circuit in Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. I'm your host as always, Zach RC, in the booth, ready to bring you all the action, and once again I've got Dean Olgis with me. How you doing, mate?
Very good. And here for another week and another race.
Yep, somehow I decided not to sack you after the first race, so always good there. But no, I was waiting for the first few cars.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's always good to not get sacked. But yeah, so tonight's race we've got a couple of drivers missing, haven't we tonight?
Yeah, a couple of drivers missing. It's always unfortunate to have some drivers missing, but we've still got a reasonably strong grid, so it's still going to be exciting. But the big ones is we got Pope missing and JT as well.
Yep, two championship leaders, of course. I say leaders, but Pope is a good 24 points in front. So.
He's strong at the front, but he could afford to miss a race apparently. So we'll see who can utilise this and catch up. I think Smoke and Cheese could be one to utilise this one.
I get the feeling that that Pope is frustrated with how the Racers Driving League race went on Monday night. He spun out during that race, which is unfortunate.
Oh, did he?
He was on course for the victory, which did suck. It was a very good drive.
What track was that? Bahrain, was it?
I think. Bahrain, yeah. You can watch this. For any of you who wants to watch it, you can watch the stream on my channel once you're done here. So we've got the first few cars now already out on the racetrack for the start of their first qualifying runs. We've got Duncan 7221 in the Haas. He's making his first run. Dean, is he a debutant or has he been here before?
He's been in the league before. I think that was season 1. But so he's not a debutant, but he's back in for the first time in F1 2021. So I'd give him a debut.
All right, fair enough. Debut on F1 2021. But yeah, so Haas driver. I do want to ask you, who do you reckon is going to win tonight?
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, with the two current title contenders out. Do you know what? I'm going to go for the other Aston Martin C110P fan.
Ooh,
he's been strong. He came third in Monaco, and he's got some really strong qualifying pace. So I'm going to give it to him.
Potentially, yeah, he's definitely got a good chance. And he did well in qualifying last time at Monaco. So it's still a very good race. Finished on the podium in the end. I'm going to go for the other side. I'm going to give it to the Alpine of Smoke and Cheese today. I reckon. He's third in the championship. A victory here, thanks to JT and Pope not being here, a victory here would put him 1 point off the top spot.
That is very true. I mean, he's always been very consistent. He's had quite a few podiums. I think at the start of the season, I think he got third 2 or 3 times in a row. So definitely one to look out for.
I'm not sure why, but Jesus stopped on track for a moment. No one's on a lap behind him, so I'm not quite sure he's done that.
I think he might have been giving himself a gap to the cars in front so he can get a lap in.
Makes sense. Alright, so here he goes now for his first time lap on the Albert Park Circuit. Of course, for me, I haven't driven here in quite a while, so this track almost feels new.
Well, I mean, it's quite a weird one because even in real Formula 1, it hasn't been on the calendar for quite a long time due to COVID and everything, so it hasn't been on the calendar really since 2019, so it's quite different for some people.
I mean, I haven't probably driven it since the last time it was the first race in the F1 game, which was 2020. Duncan's out.
No, I think he's spun out at the fast chicane at turns 11 and 12. It's very easy if you get on the exit curve and spin.
It's one of the Alpha Towers. See what they. Okay, yeah, Duncan has spun out at the at that chicane.
Oh dear, that's not good. So he's starting from the back of the grid. Yep. Not a great start, but there's always places to overtake in Australia, so it's not the end of the world.
Plus, there's a smaller grid tonight, down to 16 drivers.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of drivers out of the way makes things a lot easier. So it's not the end of the world. You'll see what he can do. See if he can get through the pack.
Sounds good. All right. Bar 98 is the first driver. Wiley goes the fastest, 123.8. And there goes Ericsson, set a lap faster, 1 minute 22.2.
Yeah, times will tumble very quickly around here. We've got another. We've got Steph Fisher's going to third place.
Here comes Cheese toward the line. What's he going to set? It's a 1 minute 22.8. I can't speak. Second place for him, separating the two Mercedes.
Yeah, it's a good banker lap, but he can definitely improve on that time, especially with Ericsson who's 6 tenths ahead.
I definitely think so. Here comes Fan towards the line, although he's obviously I mean, he's on medium tyres. Oh, Alex goes fastest, 1 minute 22.1.
Very good time, very good time.
Tap run that. Both Alpine did now set a lap, and he goes fastest on 1:22.0. Like you say, Dean, the times are tumbling very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, as you see the session will go on, the times will get quicker as well as the track gets rubbered in. So you've got 2 AlphaTauris on a lap, potentially. You've got Dr. Guy and I leading the pack, and then 2 Mercedes as well. They might be on a in-lap now, actually. We'll see what the AlphaTauris can do.
He's the other... Yep, he stays that, but this is his first lap, so... Comes towards the line, but it's not going to be enough to put up any trees. Alright, so he goes... Yeah, actually I think the lap was invalidated, right? I think the same applied to Fan as well.
Yeah, it's quite annoying, we can't see when they've actually invalidated. It still shows the times, rather than showing it as invalidated, but...
I mean, look at me... One helpful tip is that if you have the track map on, it goes red.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, yeah, of course it does.
I only found out, like, when we were doing Portugal.
Alright.
Alright, Paris has gone 4th here, 1 minute 22.3. And Fan is now set about time, he's 1 minute 22.27.
That's on the mediums as well, which is a good time.
It's a very good lap from Fan. What do you reckon he goes to the softs?
Well, softs, usually most tracks can go a second quicker, so I'd say, well, a low 21. Definitely doable.
Definitely sounds good. I'm looking forward to see if they can do that. Alright, well, 9 of the drivers have set times, 9 of the 15 out on track. 4 of them are on out laps. Guy and I is making his way around, he's set a valid time now. Optimus Prime's out.
It looks like he's spun it out the first 2 corners.
Guy and I towards the line at 1 minute 23.
Oh,
well, no, 1 minute 22.8. I went for it too early. But it's, yeah, very good lap from the AlphaTauri, man. It out-qualified, but gets one up on his teammate bar 98.
Yeah, I think the lap from bar 98 is definitely one that can be improved. It's like 4 seconds off the pace, so he definitely will get back up there.
Yeah,
I expect most drivers to be in the 22s easily, and then some in the 21s as well. We've got FG Adam who's on a lap as well. He's just started a lap. He's quick in the last. Oh, yeah, he's quick from the last race. He was in the qualifying band, but then from the start he made up quite a lot of plays. He went from P19 to P7. I'm pretty sure on the race. It was really good from him.
I completely missed this. Alex went second, 1 minute 22.1.
We did as well, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, top 7 separated by about 8 tenths. Just under 9.
It's really close. I mean, even the top 5 are covered by 3 tenths of a second. Oh, and then we got Theron going second as well.
Theron goes second. Great stuff from him there. But still a couple hundredths off. Alex makes his way out now. Alright, so only the 2 Ferraris are yet to set a valid time. But Wardy's coming for the last couple of corners now. But this lap, I mean, this lap does have the potential to be good. 22 over the line.
Between 9.
Not bad.
It's on the mediums as well, so it's just it's a good banker lap on the mediums.
No flag. Oh, that's 198. That was very
close.
That could have been kind of dangerous.
I think Bars lost his front wing there, so he's hit the wall. Oh, FG Adams 21.8. There you go.
And the times just keep on falling.
No, I definitely said definitely into the 21s. It's definitely doable.
I'm putting it on Cheese to pull out a 1 minute 20, 1 minute 20.9 around the last few seconds.
20.9. I mean, he has pulled out quite a lot of last-minute pole position time, so I wouldn't.
Same place that the bar spun as well.
Yeah, his first corner as well. I mean, I think he ghosted after that anyway, but yeah, the first corner seems to be catching a lot of people out.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought it would have been where Duncan spun earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, I think people forget it's still a very tricky track. It's actually considered a street circuit, as there's not a lot of runoff and a lot of walls close by, so it's very easy to retire from the race, from any session really. And I've said that again, Steph Fish is retired as well.
Right, so we now have So we now have 12 runners left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 12 runners left. That's not going well.
I mean, the crucial thing for Ericsson and Steph is that they've both already set times.
Yeah, I mean, Ericsson's got a good time in 5th place at the moment, so that's a good lap to be on, but still, all the people behind him can still improve.
Yep. Alright, so not too long left to go in this session. We're about halfway through at this point. Oh, I think I'm not entirely sure. I'm waiting for the yellow flag definitely to remove itself. Yeah, yellow in sector 3. That was Atom letting people through.
It's very deceiving when they get yellow flags, especially in qualifying.
There we go.
Usually people just slowing down, letting people through. Yeah, 7 minutes left.
Yep. That's Riley slowing up to allow Paris through. Paris running 8th at the moment, 1 minute 22.3.
Well, there we go. FG Alex has gone 2nd with a 121.9. Another good lap.
Almost 3 tenths up on his last attempt. And
there we go.
Taking pole. 1 minute 21.5.
Let's see, it's the times are tumbling. I'm saying the low 21s. You could say a high 20 if someone brings out a really good lap.
I'm getting that on Cheesy as well for the last corner.
Still on mediums actually, so I wouldn't put him into the 20s quite yet, but he'll still give you a good time on the mediums here.
Here he comes towards the line. He could take pole here. Here he comes. Well, that was. I don't think the end of the lap required that kind of reaction, but you know
a bit ambitious there.
You know, it looked close. There's a wheel just sitting there at the exit of turn 2.
Yeah, let's ignore that. It's mild glitch.
And there goes Fan.
Here he goes. C110B Fan up into first, and it was 121.3.
Great stuff here. It's starting to break the 121s now. So I reckon that 1 minute 20 from someone is definitely possible.
Yeah, I'll say that the 20s is definitely possible, but it's getting the consistency over the lap and keeping that high speed, especially like the fast chicanes of 11 and 12. You can lose a lot of time if you don't keep your speed over, and turn 1. So a lot of people are taking risks into turn 1, trying to get that high speed entry and exit, but that can cost you if you lose a bit of traction and go into the wall.
Yep. There is one thing I do want to ask you about. Of course, we're halfway through the season now, after Monaco, and there's not only a race for the Drivers' Championship, but also the Constructors. McLaren are 4 points in front of Aston Martin because, I mean, obviously Aston have both their drivers up there running for points, whereas Alex is being way outperformed by Pope over the course of his first 6 races. So do you reckon that McLaren will still be able to win the championship?
It's definitely doable. I mean, I think with Alex, he couldn't compete in a couple of races because he had a few technical issues with his wheel, I think. So he is lacking on that. Obviously, Pope is doing brilliantly with many wins so far. So apart from one in Japan where he retired, but still, I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt where 5 out of 6 races he's won. I'm pretty sure that's a very good stat to have.
He's going for the unbeaten throughout the season. So.
He definitely can win the Constructors, but I would say Aston Martin are definitely their biggest competitor with both JT and Fan, who are both very strong drivers. But as you say though, JT is not racing in this, so it's going to be a big blow for them.
A victory from Fan tonight will definitely propel him into the championship fight.
Well, definitely. I think he was 50 points. I think I saw.
Yeah, he's on 50 points. He's halfway off the top spot.
Yeah. So if he say got the win and fastest lap, he would be equal on points to JT. That would really help him. Obviously, that's the best outcome that can happen. But I know he won't be like me saying this, but he hasn't won a single race in TakeOver Racing League yet. But there's always one. He could win it this time. I've got confidence.
Wow, mate. Wait, Fan has never won a... Wait, hang on, Dean, did you say Fan has never won a race?
No, not in the TakeOver Racing. He's never won. He's been so close, so many times, but he's never won a race.
He's never... I now have a lot more respect for him in Season 2. Considering he managed to tie Cheese at the end. I need to learn my TakeOver Racing history. I can't lie to you.
In season 2, he was, as we say, Mr. Consistent. He scored, I think, about 4 podiums, and he was in the points every single race. So he was Mr. Consistent. I mean, he got 2nd place and 3rd place multiple times, but it's just that elusive 1st place position he hasn't got so far.
If he had taken just 1 victory from any of those 2nd or 3rd place finishes, he would have been champion.
Quite potentially. I mean, if he would have been head on points. So yeah, that's the only reason he lost last season, is because Cheese got 1 win that season and he got none, unfortunately.
Right. Because Pope got 3. I mean, if he'd started last season, done it from start to finish, I reckon he would have been in the same situation he is now.
Oh yeah, definitely. He started strong. He came in as a reserve at the tail end of the season and completely wiped the floor clean, really.
He won Silverstone. He won.
Let's not talk about Silverstone. That was my fault. I binned that one.
Yeah,
I was leading that race, and then I
know.
binned it on the safety car. I remember that one. Oh dear.
Alright, well, I won't make experience PTSD anymore. Dr. Garner goes 9th, fastest, a 1 minute 22.3. The last few cars are making their way up for the outlaps now. So here we go then. This could be big.
Got Bonnet to get on a lap as well. He just got a bit of a tow from his teammate as well, so that could be one to watch out for.
Yep. They're like almost everyone on the outlap.
No, he's backed off now actually. Scratch that one.
He's gone wide. Oh. But he's out.
Oh.
He's returned. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic.
Ignore me completely then.
Alright, well, next car lap is Shu in the Williams.
Yeah, it's fast shooting the Williams. He's been a reserve driver for a little while now. He's had a few good results, so don't rule him out at all. 124 is not an ideal time to have. I reckon he can do a lot better than that.
I reckon he can definitely improve. Well, he's on a lap as well in the Mercedes. Although his lap's invalidated, so he's got to make it back round within 30 seconds. In order to have another crack.
He's got plenty. He's got 1 minute 10 before the session ends, so he's got time to get round. Start another lap again if he's recharging his battery, which he has.
I think that might still be a problem with the game, because I had this during the World Online Racing stream on Tuesday night. Your thing say it has a minute?
Yeah, it's now 55 seconds left in qualifying.
My clock's just about run down.
Oh. How odd.
And from on my end, it doesn't look like Wild. Nope, it does look like Wild. He's not going to make it around. His run's over.
It's definitely not the case.
Hang on, there's no. Okay, yeah, yours is right here. So we've still got another minute. So he's got another shot.
Yeah, got 30 seconds left at the moment. So
pretty much everyone's going to make it round. Doesn't improve. 1 minute 21. Stays in 12th. Paris is. Well, he went almost half a second up on his sector 1 on his best sector 1 time.
We've got Cheese coming on round to the final few corners as well. I'm not sure what time he's going to get, but he's been improving, I think.
I tapped him that is 2 tenths up in sector 2. Here comes Cheese toward the line. Does he have enough to snatch a higher place on the grid? He does. P4. Here comes his teammate in behind him. This one's going to be tight. Towards the line he comes. Will it be a 1 minute 20? It won't, but there's no improvement. Well, there is an improvement, but not in place. He still stays in 3rd. So right now the Alpines lock out the second row of the grid. Here comes
everyone's spun it. Oh, he's retired as well.
Oh, there goes Adam as well.
Oh my god.
What's just happened?
That's a big shunt. Oh, big shunts there.
I'm going to have to stop you there, because Paris is making his way toward the line. He's on a very good lap. Here he comes towards the line. P5 Paris.
Wow, this is hotting up.
Dr. Garner towards the line. Goes 8th.
You see, C110P fan's not going to improve. He was 2 seconds off the pace there, so it looks like he might have pole anyway.
He doesn't need to improve. I think he might be alright, unless Atom has anything to say about it, or Shu.
1/10 up at the moment. Atom, he's now backed off.
I think Shu is going to be starting in 12th place for looks of things. Yep, 12th place for him. And Atom... Oh, he's lost his front... Atom's lost his front wing. Oh, because he just crashed a moment ago.
Oh yeah, of course he did.
Right then, so I think... Short of anything else, that means that Fan's on pole.
Well, that was my prediction. At low 21s. I mean, I was hoping for someone to get into the low 20s or high 20s, but I think there was a lot of a lot of accidents happening, so not many people could improve. But it's really close up the top.
Yeah. All right, so that is qualifying then. We're just waiting for the last. Everyone's completed their laps now.
Yeah, I think the timer's just got to run down now. It's oh no, you go.
There we go. All right, so Dean, what were your opinions on qualifying, mate?
I mean, that's quite exciting. I mean, there's a really close times up the top. There's I think about 4 or 5 people in the 1:21.5s. There you go. So top 5 covered by 2/10, and then Cheese in 6th with 4/10 behind. But it's really close overall. A couple of accidents which weren't the best, but then we've also got a really good good thing for Wardy. You're starting in 11th, so you've got free choice of tyres. So that we want to look out for the alternate strategy.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for the qualifying session. We'll be back in just a few minutes to get this race underway. So see you in a few minutes. Hello once again, everybody. Welcome back to TakeOver Racing League for tonight's race, season 3, round 7, the Australian Grand Prix, the start of the second half of season 3. If you've just joined us, I am Zach RC, your host as always, and with me is denologist, former TakeOver Racing League driver, and has gone one race in the booth without being sacked. Dean, welcome back.
I mean, you've welcomed me back, but you've mentioned again I haven't been sacked, so I feel like I'm going to get sacked after this race. It's quite worrying.
I'll consider the P45 come the end of this one. But no, bro, you're doing great, don't worry about it. But no, Australian Grand Prix then tonight. Of course, we've got a few drivers missing. Both JT and Pope, 2 championship leaders, out of the race tonight, or just not driving. So, chance for someone else to win it. Who's your money on?
I think I'm going to stick with my guns and go for C110B fan. Even though he hasn't had a win yet, he needs his first one. If he can get a good, clean start, you never know. I think he can take it, you know.
I agree. I definitely think he has a chance, but I'm gonna go with Smoke and Cheese because, of course, I mean, I'd love to see Fan win because, like you say, he's never. He only told me this during qualifying. He's never actually won a TakeOver Racing League Grand Prix, and that's something I didn't quite believe. But no, as much as I'd like to see him win, I'd like to be a bit more realistic. I feel like Cheese is gonna take the victory. Smoke and Cheese. He's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it's another good bet as he has won races before and he won season 2, so. It's a great bet to go for. I mean, they're both championship rivals from last season, so I'd like to see some good racing between them.
Reminiscent of season 2 tonight, then potentially. And I'm hearing in the Discord server we have a threat of rain tonight.
Is there? I didn't see that.
I'm being told by Ferrari's iWardy that apparently there's a chance of rain. I mean the drivers can see it, but we can't, which sucks.
Ooh, that could shake things up massively if there's rain. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, well, drivers are just readying up then, so in a moment we'll get started on the formation lap. It's going to be a very good race, so make sure to stick around for it. And make sure to message me in the chat saying who do you think is going to win the race. But like I say, we're a few seconds away from getting going with this thing. I'm really looking forward to this. So, of course, good luck to everyone in the race.
Yeah, let's hope to try and keep it clean as much as they can. Try and keep it on track and hope for some good racing.
You're parking up the wrong tree, Dean. This is the TakeOver Racing League,
I don't want this reputation of TakeOver Racing League where it's 17 safety cars a race, but you know.
Well, no, I mean, so far this season, the most of them in one race is 3, and that was at Zandvoort.
I mean, Zandvoort was always going to be tricky with safety cars, so I write that one off to being Zandvoort and a very tight track, but hopefully this one won't be as hectic.
Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to take you through the starting lineup for this race. It's a 16-car grid for this Australian Grand Prix. So it's C110P fan for Aston Martin on pole position. Thoron Exo lines up second for Red Bull. It's Alpine's I-Tap in that in third place. FG Alex fourth. Paris T32 is in fifth place for Williams. And it's Smoke and Cheese who runs third in the championship and could go 1 point behind the leader with a victory today. He starts in sixth. FG Atom in seventh place. Ghana 8th for AlphaTauri. And then on row 5, it's the 2 Mercedes of Ericsson and Moyardi. iWardy starts in 11th place and it's CFR Shu in 12th. Steph Licious regular 13th for Red Bull. Bar 98 in 14th. Duncan 7221 on his return to the TakeOver Racing League starts 15th for Haas. And finally rounding them out, it's Optimus Prime who did briefly disconnect, but he's back in. He's back in now. So that is your lineup for tonight's race. I'm really looking forward to this one. Of course, Dean, you've already put your money on fans to take the win tonight. I've put my money on Cheese. So we'll see.
I mean, you can't rule out anyone. Thoron Exo, he won in Japan. I tap on that with a really good performance in qualifying. FG Alex, he's a previous race winner as well in both seasons. Paris as well, season 1 runner-up. So, I mean, it could go to anyone really at this rate.
Yeah, but with no Dean with no Pope or JT, this could go anyone's way.
Yeah, it's one of those things where overtaking is doable around this track, and as you say, there could be rain. Well, it could go to anyone at this rate, so I'm not going to rule anyone out.
The clouds are piling over slightly, so rain is definitely a possibility. And I'm looking forward to it. If it does happen, I'm looking forward to it. We could get some craziness like we did in Portugal a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I'd like it to have some rain. That would really mix it up.
All right, well, the 2 leaders are on their way around. Well, or the leader, the leaders, C110P fan and Thoron Exo on the front row, lining up now to get this one underway. Smash. Here comes Duncan, the last driver to get into their grid slot. Well, it looks like they're all in line now. And now we just wait to get this one underway. So here we go then, for the Australian Grand Prix, round number 7 of season 3. The TakeOver Racing League is underway, and there go all 16 drivers. Smash Prime has stalled it on the grid heading towards turn 1. C110P found the outside. Thoroughron's looking inside into that first corner. It's Thoroughron on the Red Bull, takes the lead. We've got a yellow flag in the back, and that is Optimash, who is already out of the race. So we're already down to 15 cars. Virtual safety car. We're a corner in, and the safety car's been deployed, or virtual safety car.
I think the VSC is more for Optimash Prime retiring on the grid. I'm not sure what happened there. He had C110 found he got not the best start in the world. Theron jumped up the inside, and he went onto the grass slightly and down to 4th.
Alright, things aren't looking too good for C110P fan. Man who could have potentially won the Grand Prix today. Of course, we've still got a long way to go. Maybe.
Oh, he's definitely not out of it yet. Definitely not out of it yet.
And there's your predicted pit stop strategy while we wait to get back on the way again. It's most likely to be a one-stop today. Drivers pitting between lap 9 and 12 for either a set of mediums or a set of hards. But of course, that could always change with an actual safety car or this threat of rain that's apparently coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely clouded over, but we can't see on we haven't got any radars ourselves to see if it might rain or not. We'll have to wait and see if it does start raining.
Alright, we're just waiting for the safety car or the virtual safety car to be taken back and go racing again. So Thoroughron in the lead then from Paris, who had a great start, he's up to 2nd place. I tapped in that 3rd and found in 4th.
Taking a long time to go again. Oh, there they go.
There we go. The green flag back out again at the end of this first lap, and it is Thoroughron then leading the way, but it's not over yet because Paris is right there behind him with a decent tow and just a good run. He could take the lead, but Thoroughron's the fast lap there, 1 minute 42. Paris keeping pace here. Both of them using that DRS. Iward is up in 10th place now. He just made the move on Ericsson, the Mercedes.
Oh, someone's around, I think.
Oh, and that is Atom. That's FG Atom in the Ferrari.
Oh, it's not. It's a bit of a shunt. There'll be a safety car already.
Could there be a safety car 2 laps in?
It's not looking like it at the moment. Still going.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in any danger to any of the drivers behind him, or in front of him, sorry. So he should mostly be cleared off of that issue and just keep on racing. And yep, there we go. Green flag back up. We're still out.
Got a battle between 2 Mercedes as well, in TTMI Wardy and Ericsson.
Oh, Ericsson. Oh, Wadu looks inside. He's overshot the corner slightly, so Ericsson could come back at him.
Oh, this could be getting frisky into this fast left-hander.
Thoroughron got a bit loose out of that corner. So Paris is closing back in now. So there goes Shoes made his way past as well. We'll have to keep a consistent eye on what happens at the start of sector 3, because that will be murderous.
We've got Duncan as well. He sends up the inside of Ericsson as well. Oh, Ericsson's really falling down the grid.
Right, yeah, the best of starts. Brandon, if I'm not mistaken, DRS should be enabled this lap, unless I am very much mistaken. Down the straight. Thoroughron sets the fastest lap. 1 minute 25.8. And the DRS has indeed been enabled.
Yeah, they don't think they'll get it yet. It'll be the start of the next lap, or it'll be after sector 2. They think they'll get it first time.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Of course, there's no DRS zone until the end of the second sector.
No, there is one at the start of the first sector. There's after the first corner, there is a DRS zone.
No, I mean they didn't get it through that DRS zone. So
oh right, yeah.
There we go. Paris is sort of closing in. That gap was just underneath half a second.
Yeah, he's really close behind here. If he can get DRS, it's going to be quite hard because there are 3 DRS zones in Australia. So it's if you can break the 1 second gap, then you're away. But if you can keep within, then it's very difficult to keep a car behind.
Paris goes well. I think he may have lifted slightly for that last corner, but he's still close enough to have a go at him with the DRS. So I reckon most likely he'll use it here to close in and then try and go for a move down the main straight.
Yeah, so it's safe if you can get close, get to the last sector, get into the last few corners, be right behind him. Not quite close enough this time, but actually, you don't know. We'll see if he can catch up. And then also after the first corner, you have the DRS again. That'll help him as well to catch up.
Alright, here we go. go. He's closing a bit now. He's got the ERS deployed as well. Paris sets the fastest lap. There goes Alex now setting the fastest lap as well. And Fan said at one point, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Smoking Cheese has just gotten past Dr. Guy now as well, up into 6th place.
I'm keeping an eye on this race for the top spot. Paris still closing in, not using the ERS. But having the DRS there to his advantage. There goes Stephalicious. He was looking there for a moment, trying to make a move on Guy and I for 7th place. So you've got to be careful because Wardy's in the back of him. There's a bit of contact there. He did tap the back of the Red Bull, but no damage done to any of them. They're all good for the time being.
So keep an eye on Wardy because he is the top medium runner, if I'm not mistaken as well. Yeah, he is. He's the only medium runner. So definitely the top medium runner there.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the top medium runner and the bottom medium runner as well.
I mean, I like to be a glass half full, so I'm going to go for the top medium runner.
Fair enough. Here they come once again. Oh, Paris got a very good exit that time. This could be his chance. He's closing in. If he uses the he's not going to use the ERS. He's saving it. He looks outside.
No, he's just keeping it cool.
Thorough locked up a second. As Wardy makes it into 8th place.
Behind him. Keep close behind him up into the last corner.
Stay close. Paris could do it here. Because there's contact.
Ooh,
oh, he shoved Theron. Oh, there goes. It looks like Duncan and Shu have made contact. The VSC is out. And just as Paris is going to make a move there.
Shu's lost his front wing. I'm not sure what happened there at the back.
Not entirely sure either. It looks like we're under the virtual safety car for the second time in 4 laps. 3 and a bit laps.
Yeah, so we've got both Shu, Duncan and Barnett in the pits. I think Duncan and Shu both got wing damage. I'm not sure what happened to Bar. Might have been involved as well, but they're all changing tyres now.
Barnes on to a set of mediums. Duncan is also going on to a set of medium tyres, as is... Oh no! Shu's gone on to a set of hard tyres.
Yeah, set of hard tyres there.
So a bit of alternate strategy change there. Change the front wing for Shu, and he is away. And Wardy's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car.
Oh no, that's really put him back there. He's got a drive-through penalty now.
Green flag back out though. So we are back to racing.
We've got the top 3 really close. We're tapping that close behind Paris with Felron in front.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on tapping that if I were you, because he's definitely got a chance. Should these two make contact again, he can slide right through and take the lead. He's that close.
Oh yeah, he's definitely there. If they can hold each other up, then Theron will, well not Theron, tapping that will take the chance to take the lead. So I wouldn't rule anyone out.
I mean, he's lost a little bit of time there, but Theron's locked up again. Only slightly locked up, but still tyre smoke coming from that car nonetheless. Paris opens up the ERS and the DRS.
Got careful, he doesn't flat spot his tyres here, but Paris is really gaining him on.
Here he comes. Will he try and go for it? Nope. I reckon he'll go for it going into turn 3. DRS open, ERS deployed. Here he comes, he's onto the left-hand side. Paris around the outside. Could take the lead here. Will Theron give him the room? There he goes around the outside. Now he's got the inside line. Paris takes the lead.
Very good stuff there from the two of them.
Nice clean battle. That's exactly what we like to see. And of course, Theron could come back in the DRS zone later in the lap should he stay close enough.
That's the thing. It's very hard to pull away on Australia. You need to pull away really quickly so you can get out of that DRS zone. Otherwise, DRS is really strong around this track, so it's really hard to keep the lead.
Theron's definitely maintaining or just keep making sure he doesn't get too far in front of him. Paris is struggling to really pull away, as you say.
Yeah, I mean, the pace difference isn't significant enough between any of them, so I feel like this could be a race-long battle, to be honest. There's a
flag, Duncan.
Duncan spun it. Front wing.
And for the second time, the Haas driver, well, actually, I think he didn't lose front wing the first time, but the second time today he's involved in an incident within 6 laps.
Yeah, it's not a good race from Duncan on his return to RL, but he can come back and get some more experience, and then he'll come back.
Yep. Alex into the pits. Alright, until we take him to set hard tyres, so we'll take him. Yep, on they go. And McLaren's
with the DRS on Paris, he's closing in into turn 3.
Closing in, will he try and move to the inside? He will try and move to the inside. Paris has to back out. Theron retakes the lead, but only for the moment. Here comes Paris on the left-hand side. There's contact, but Paris retakes the lead. And here comes Tatlin down on the outside, trying to make a move. He's forced to back out, and fans right there behind them. Great, very aggressive, really elbows out stuff here Wow.
Four-way battle here. It's going to go on the entire race. I can see it happening now.
This one's going to get exciting. I feel like only tyre strategy will keep these guys apart.
Oh, Paris
onto the grass there. There goes Theron. And there goes Paris on the track. What else has happened?
Oh no.
Oh, there goes Theron loose into the wall.
What is going on?
Chaos there. Not quite sure what's happened, but Theron now falling back. He's down to P9.
I think Paris might have had a DC issue or a desync issue, but I think he might have desynced and then come back on track and hit Theron off. It might be a really unlucky incident there.
It is unfortunate, but the battle does continue up front. The show must go on, and it's now two new protagonists up front. C1 Tim P fan and I tapping that now the race leader, and Duncan's out of the race.
Oh, and then Paris has made contact with the back
wide.
of Fan. And
sorry, no, Fan's gone wide. Paris is making his way into the pits here.
Yeah, Paris just run into the back of Fan and damaged his front wing. Oh, it's all going wrong.
It's all falling apart here. Cheese is right on the back of C1 Tim P fan. The difference between them, though, the fact that Fan has a lot more ERS, which he isn't really using for the time being. I tapping that's managed to get away out of the 1 second range, but Fan still has DRS, so it'll be alright.
Fan needs to get within that 1 second again, otherwise he may fall prey to Smoking Cheese really quickly here.
Alright, so looks like both Paris, Theron and Ericsson who came to the pits as well. Paris is disconnected here.
Oh no, what's happened here?
Alright, so Paris will be AI for the moment, just while he gets himself back in again. Fan's doing everything he can right now to stay within DRS range. Look, he's definitely closing in on the Alpine in front. He's in an Alpine sandwich right now, I just realised that. Alright, here we go now. Through the corner, there's Cheese running way too much on the curb. He's still close enough. Fan's closing in, the gap almost at half a second. 3-car race for the top spot. Wyardi's managed to find himself into 4th place. Great stuff from him so far. We were only 8 laps. Oh, there comes our attack into the pits. Cheese now inherits 2nd place. C1 P fan takes over the lead. Dean, can I get your thoughts on what's been happening in the race so far? Alright, so Dean's muted the mic. From there.
I have muted my mic there.
It looks like Bar is out of the race as well. He's just
crashed the wall out of the fast chicane, but we still haven't got a safety car, which is surprising. I thought we'd have had one with these couple of these incidents, but alas, we move forward. But we'll see when Temby found obviously leading. It's been a dramatic race so far. Been really unfortunate with Theron in Paris. We're not quite sure what happened, but I think it was a desync issue.
Alright, we're still Cheese trying to close back in on Fan. Dean, can I get your opinions on the race so far?
Well, as I say, it's been really hectic, and at the moment we've both got our ideals here. We've got your choice of Smoking Cheese and my choice of Fan, both battling out for the lead. So this could be really, really good for the rest of the race. And we've got Cheese coming to the pits.
As you say that, commentator's curse strikes again. Cheese into the pits.
The battle is gone for now, but we'll see with the different tyre strategies. We never know who's going to come out on top.
Well, he moves into 2nd place now. Stefan is just at the last corner. He moves into 3rd. Cheese onto a set of medium tyres.
Yeah, the normal choice is just to go from a soft to a medium here.
Sector 1, that's Wyardi.
Wyardi, oh no! Haven't he spun around? I don't think he's got any damage. Oh, he's got front wing and plate damage, I think.
If you ask me, he's got. I didn't see how ferocious his spin was, but he must have got very lucky there to avoid the barriers as much as he did.
Yeah, so he's got mild damage to his front wing, but at least he hasn't binned it completely, so you might have to pit. It's not the end of this race, but it's still very much damaged.
I mean, he still needs to make his first and what could be a mistake. What he's closing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's contact, and Wardy's got damage.
Oh no.
He's now on the inside of Wyardi, who has to back out here because he's got front wing damage, which is holding him up. Here comes tapping that and Smoking Cheese.
Things with this, they're getting held up massively as C110B fan might gain some advantage from this as well.
This is just simply chaotic. There's no other word for it at this point in the race. He's backing off through the chicane.
A fan coming to the pits now, so this could be crucial to see who'll come out in front here.
I get the feeling that that will come out in front of him. He's made his way through now, mate. It's going to be close. In comes Fan onto a set of medium tyres. He's away. Steph stayed out.
Steph's staying out for the long run here.
So Steph, Wardy, and Paris are the only ones who haven't stopped yet. That's off the last corner. Fan's making his way out the pits.
Fan's out in front.
It's going to be tight, but I think Fan might just have the lead here.
Yeah, I think that little battle there between Wardy and Wardy really held up the two Alpines. So that's really given Fan the advantage here. He needs to get that 1 second gap as quick as he can, but he will be on quite a bit colder medium tyres, so he might lose a bit of time here. So he's only 8 tenths ahead. If he can get 2 tenths before the next DRS zone, he might be away.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a plan on that front. Steph as a lead of just under 12 seconds as Ericsson gets a 3 second time penalty, multiple warnings. Theron's in the pits having a change of front wing here, onto a new set of mediums, and away he goes. Paris into the pits as well. He's leaving the pits. He's onto a set of soft tyres by the looks of it, and Shu's out of the race. Shu has crashed on the exit of turn 3. As you see it on Wild.
We've got a full safety car.
A safety car has been deployed. Here we go.
This could really give us Steph here.
And he's having a major advantage here.
So he could go straight into the pits. He'll be leading the race.
He's just been thrown into the strategy of staying out has paid off for the Red Bull driver of Steph Alicious. He makes his way in.
I think he'll be net P1 here. If he can get out in front of the other cars, we'll have to see.
It comes down to delta time, I believe. And he comes onto a set of medium tyres. Actually, now I think about it, I think Fan might get him. Yep, Fan is again.
Either way, it has gained him a lot of time having that safety car come out.
Yep. Will he come out in front of Dr. Guy? He will.
Yeah.
So
P4 at the moment.
Great stuff.
That's really good. I mean, starting P13, now up into net P4. I mean, it's really good race for a Steph so far.
Alright, so this is your current state of play here at the start of lap number 12. The safety car has been deployed for the first time in this Grand Prix. So it's Fan back in the lead, followed by Cheese in second place. Alex has moved it back up in third. Stephanus is fourth. Dr. Garno fifth. Taplin that's really he's made a second stop. He's down to sixth place. Ericsson's also made 2 stops. He's in seventh. There's Wardy in eighth. Wildy in ninth. Paris 10th, and Theron is the last of the 11 runners. He runs in 11th place. Alright, so there's around a lap and a half until the restart. Yeah, the Melbourne Circuit getting on the wrong side of F1 today.
No, I think the track's really catching a lot of people out here. As I said, the barriers are close, and it only takes one mistake to lose one of the wheels, and you're out of the race. I mean, it's a hard track, but if you can keep it straight, keep it going, you can get some good points.
All right. Well, fortunately for me and you, both of our bets are still in the race.
No, that is good, and they're both P1 and P2, so we're doing it right so far, and both on mediums, same tyre strategy, and I was going to mention earlier before it all kicked off. It seems like the threat of rain is gone, as it's now really sunny out there, so it looks like it's a dry race till the end.
Alright, that sounds good. It's looking dry for now, but I'll be honest, I won't rule anything out just yet because we have still got 17 laps to go.
I mean, that's true. I'd be very surprised if it changed that drastically, but you never know. You never know. We might see a sudden downpour.
I reckon at this point, the best they can get is just us seeing like the light rain starting to appear with a couple of laps to go and people making the choice to stop onto intermediates. But I doubt we'll get that far. No, not when we really look at it.
Well, let's not get our tinfoil hats on. See what's going to happen. But I think we've got a great race either way in the dries. I still don't know who's going to win this, but my bet is still on C110B fan at the moment.
Alright. How are the position changes here for everyone during the race? Of course, C110P Farron is the only driver on the track who remains constant from where he started. Steph Ellis has been the biggest winner today. He's 9 places up on his original starting position. Theron Exo is essentially some places. He's 9 places down.
Yeah, I think that's quite an unfortunate incident there with him and Paris. There might have been a desync issue, but it's unlucky either way. But a lot of drivers have made up good positions, like Cheese. He's gone up from P6 to P2, and then obviously Paris had a problem as well. So it's a really mixed bunch of who's made big places and who hasn't.
All right, well, it's time we'll be finding out if we'll be getting back to racing again.
I'd imagine the safety car will come in. So there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Control.
Right, so now the question, as always, what will Fan do on the restart? Will he try and back everyone up, or will he try and get away as quickly as he can? Personally, I get the feeling he's going to try and back people up.
Yeah, I mean, with the slow turns of the last 2 turns, I backed them up quite a bit. Give a big gap to the safety car, and then I'd say give it a bit of a shock to see when they go, or actually, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens.
Well, Cheese looks raring to get going behind Fan there.
I think Fan's gone. Oh no, he's still going. He's still weaving.
Cheese on the outside here. He's trying to Verstappen. The gap very close between these two. They're going to be side by side over the line. Green flag going back into the air. As I say that, Cheese ducks back in behind Fan. The race down towards turn 1. This one could get dicey. Alex is right there behind them in 3rd. He could potentially get involved. A bit of a skid there. And here comes Steph Ellis, who's trying to make a move on the outside. Ericsson is out. Oh, and there's more contact happening. That's been put in the wall.
Oh no, what's happened there? Oh, we got Steph into P3.
That's happening out of the race. Oh, there goes Wardy off the track as well. What is going on in this restart?
I seem to have missed it all.
And Paris is out.
Oh my goodness, what's happening here? Everyone's disconnecting.
We've just lost 3 or 4 drivers on the restart. Alright, well, let's keep on going with the drivers we have left at this point. Cheese is closing in on Van at the front. I doubt he's trying to move into the chicane. That'd be a very unwise thing to do. He has to back off there to allow Fan to just allow him to break, but he's coming back in with him on the ERS. Will he have enough to try and make a move to the inside and try and swipe the race lead? He looks outside. Fan defends the inside. Great defensive work from him there. He's gone over the curb a bit, so Cheese is still right there with him. This feels highly reminiscent of Season 2 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they've already got a massive gap to Steph Licious here, so it's a battle between the two protagonists from last season.
Back down the main straight they go. They've already pulled away. Steph Licious is a full 2 seconds behind Cheese at this point. 1.8 minutes but it's about 2 seconds. Here comes Guy and here comes Wiley trying to pass Guy and to turn 1. Wardy's in the pits. Assuming he's got front wing damage.
Yeah, I assume whatever happened in turn 3, he lost his front wing there, so very unfortunate incident there. But he's, at the moment, with all these runners here, he's still going to be in the points either way.
Yep, I'm not saying he has to complete 90% of the race sessions to officially score.
Oh yeah, at the moment he has to complete 90% of the race, but if he can keep it on track, he'll definitely be in P8 at the minimum.
Yep. Alright, so keep on going here. The DRS will be enabled on the next lap.
Yeah, so it's really crucial here that C110P Fan gets that gap. He's got an 8.5-tenth gap here, so if he can get above the 1 second, that'll be really good for his chances to win.
Cheese is using his DRS to try and stay in range. He's using his ERS to try and stay in range. He's doing a good job of it as well.
Yeah, they're both reasonably equal on ERS here. They've got to balance it out between using it to try and gain a gap or close up the gap, but they need to keep some in reserve just in case the battle does happen.
Garner and Wadi are battling for the 5th position. Wadi on the inside, no contact between those two, nice and clean. Theron's looking on the outside as he went over the curb in the last corner. The Red Bull AlphaTauri going at it. For the last corner they come. Fan sets the fast lap 1 minute 24.8. The DRS is now going to be enabled. Of course, Cheese can't use it until the next DRS zone after this one.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a close battle here, as you say, between Theron and Guynai here. I think Theron is on a set of mediums, but Guynai a set of hard, so I think Guynai's a bit of a sitting duck here, unfortunately.
Yep. Alright, So the battle still continues on here. Cheese is trying to close back in. The gap is about 7 tenths. I mean, this battle between these two could still go either way.
Tapman's left the session.
Oh.
Or was he already retired?
Either retired.
I can't keep track of who's retired in this race.
Here we go. We're making our way towards that DRS zone now. This is where it's going to get interesting. Further as you can, just set purple sector 2. Although I'm not sure if he's lost any time.
No, the rear wing is definitely open, so he'll be catching up here. He needs to get as close as possible as he can into the final few corners.
I actually think he's gaining it. I think he may have actually lost time there.
Van is doing a really good job here up front.
Yeah, great stuff from the Aston Martin driver. As I say, a finish between these two would put both drivers really up into the title fight, thanks to Pope and JT not being here tonight.
No, it really will hot it up even more. I mean, if anything, we can thank them for not being here.
For not showing up.
Extending their lead here.
Alright, here we go then. Cheese on the DRS once again. He's closing a bit. He may drop the gap by about a tenth, maybe 2. He's definitely closer this time around. He's done great there through turn 3.
Yeah, just keeping it clean. He's got time. He's still got 12 laps remaining on the race. So there's plenty of time to go. So he doesn't need to. Oh, he just went a bit off track there, touching a bit of grass for smoking cheese, but he's still there. But yeah, as I said, he's got plenty of time to overtake. So he needs to have patience and choose the right moment.
One thing I'd like to keep an eye on as well is the battle behind them between Steph Lewis and Alex for the 3rd spot. That's definitely not over yet.
No, there seems to be quite a few battles going on here. There seems to be gaps between each pair of drivers, so it could all heat up. I mean, Alex is doing really well on a set of hards compared to Steph's mediums. I'm not sure if Steph is getting his tyres a bit overheated and Alex is keeping up. Well, Alex's pace is just really good overall.
What he's trying to make a move, he's looking to the outside, backs out of it. He's there. Steph, hold him off. I have to keep an eye on this one down the main straight, should they stay as close as they are now.
Yeah, if Alex can get a good exit out of the last corner, I don't see how he can't get past Steph here.
Keep an eye on Wayardi as well, who's just behind them, to capitalise should they make contact. Alex opens up now, here he comes down the main straight. Steph Lewis is already trying to break the toe. Alex looking around, he's gone to the right, then the left, he's gone around the outside into 1. It's going to be tight, he was on the grass slightly, but he gets through.
Keep an eye on Wayardi behind as well, he's right behind Steph as well.
Steph, here he comes. Steph about to fall down potentially 2 places in the space of 2 corners. Steph holding on. Alex locks up in front of them. And Steph goes way wide. We're already up into 4th place now.
Just watch it for Steph.
Oh, no, Alex!
No! Oh, he's lost it.
Alex has lost it. No! And that's a safety car.
No.
Another driver out. We're down to 7 runners, Dean. We've lost half the field.
No, this is worse.
We've lost half the field.
Worse than Zandvoort at this rate. It's not going well.
1 safety car, 1 virtual safety car and 2 safety cars so far. I mean, at Zandvoort, we ended up with 10 finishes. We're about to get. We can't get any more than 7 at this point.
No, it's not looking good at the moment. But I think the drivers need to calm down a bit. As I say, time and time again, just keep it on track, and just try and get to the end.
Well, let's give you a heads up here that Wardy is pitted for a new set of soft tyres. So I think he might try and go for 1 late race charge. So he'll be able to catch up to everyone else. Well,
that's good for him to catch up to the back of the pack. I think he should be able to run the softs to the end of the race. So this could be good for Wardy here. I don't think. Oh, everyone else is pitting.
Everyone has to stay out because Steph Lewis is into the pits. So don't double stack there.
It looks like everyone's on a new set of softs as well.
This looks like it could be an exciting finish. Oh, but it looks like Ghana's gone to set medium tyres.
He's on another set of medium tyres. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but that's his choice, I guess.
Alright, so Thorold in the lead. In fairness, if I have a look at how long he's been on those tyres, he's been on those tyres for 8 laps. So in fairness, you could actually run these to the end.
Sorry, say it again?
I'd like to point out, Thorold is on a set of medium tyres. He's only been running them for 8 laps because he stayed out. In reality, he could actually run those to the end.
Yeah, he can run them to the end, but his pace will be so dramatically slow compared to the drivers behind him. I mean, he's got track position, but I wouldn't put it past especially Cheese and Fan will get past him. But you never know. We'll see what happens if he can put up a good defence. Then we'll see, because you never know. Smoke and Cheese and Fan might get too het up fighting between each other rather than fighting for the lead.
Yep. One thing I would like to say, with respect to the 7 drivers who are still going in this one's been absolute chaos so far. The fact we've got 7 runners is unbelievable.
No, I'm surprised that many people DNF'd, but from what I've seen in the Discord, then not many people are happy with this track being on the calendar. But we move on, and we've still got 10 laps remaining. We still want to see an exciting end, because there still could be a new winner of TakeOver Racing that your fan can pull out of the bag here. But we've still got previous winners, really fast runners out there, ready to take the win.
Yep. So we'll have one more lap just to allow Wardy to catch up and we're going again. So we'll have 9 laps to go when we go back to racing.
Yeah, 9 laps to go. This is very important for the soft runners to get more laps under the safety car so they don't wear out their tyres anymore. For some reason, Wyoli's come into the pits again with another set of soft tyres. I'm not sure why he's done that.
I think it may have come into a penalty. I'm not sure.
No, not entirely sure why, but anyway, he's still in P6 for the moment. He might be down to P7 at this rate. I think he will be.
Yep, there was Woody.
Again, he will be right back with the pack by the time the safety car ends. So he's still not ruled out. Anyone can still win it at this rate.
Anyone can still win it. I mean, for Guy and I, Wardy and Wyardi to win the race, they'd have to pull out a 3-second advantage. So that is a fact that's to consider.
It's a very, very tall order, but as we say, we don't want to rule anyone out. You never know who's going to make contact, who will crash, and who will be at the race. So I'm not going to say anything until the end about who's going to win.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you said at the start it could still go anyone's way. Guys down in the chat, place your bets as to who's going to win this one. I mean, my money's still on Cheese. I reckon he can pull this off, but Fan is looking like the favourite, if you ask me.
I mean, I am bigging up Fan, but at the end of the day, all I want is some close racing and the best driver win. So good luck to everyone, really. Yep, no bias. Safety car in this lap as well.
No bias up in the booth here. But yeah, safety car is coming in. Now, what will Felron do? Will he try and back everyone up? Similar to how Fan did on the last restart. So making our way around through Sector 3. 7 drivers left in this one. This feels like the Season 2 finale all over again, just with better frame rate.
And not as much at stake here, but we've still got C110P Fan and Smoking Cheese fighting for the lead, so I do get what you mean. It's a very close finish. And more. It's essentially the same thing, but Australian, we've replaced Pope with Thurl. Alright, but here we go though. For the start, 9 more laps to go here in Melbourne. To settle this one, 7 drivers all in contention for the race victory. Thuron gets away, green flag back in the air. 9 laps to go. Back towards turn 1, everyone nice and clean for that first corner. Wiley's got another 3-second penalty. I think the C110P Fan's going for the lead here.
Oh, here he comes. Will he try and duck to the inside? He will duck to the inside. He's going to go late on the brakes into turn 3. Thuron's still there on the outside, holding his groove, and he holds on to second. He comes onto the lead. Smoke and Cheese look to the inside, but be a Fan, but had to back out of it. So they all run single file here, apart from Wildy and Guy and I. Wildy back up into 6th place in the Mercedes. This race is in nowhere over. When we get the DRS on lap 23, this one's going to be chaos.
I think C110B Fan really needs to get in front of Theron here as quick as possible.
Here comes Cheese to the inside. Cheese looking briefly, had to back out once again. As Thurl locks up in front of them. Here they come back down the straight, and there goes Wardy losing it briefly. Wildy could try and make a charge at him, but I don't think he's close enough. So we're all single file here. Through the chicane we come. This is where it's going to be the most chaotic. Everyone's have to be very careful in order to make it through this one. Everyone's through nice and clean. Incredible stuff here.
Yeah, it's really close so far. I mean, Theron is going to be holding up the soft runners here, so he's doing a great job so far, but Fan really needs to get in front.
Or was there contact between Fan and Theron there?
No, they weren't anywhere. Yeah, there's no contact there.
On my screen. Here comes Cheese on the right-hand side. This one's going to be tight. He's half a car length behind. Here he comes to the inside at turn 1. Fan backs out. Nice, clean racing there, allowing Cheese through. We're going to better run at him now. Down this next straight, but Cheese is going to have a good chance at. And there goes Wiley's around. Wiley is around, and Wiley's out. We're down to 6 runners, so there goes Cheese at the inside to try and take the lead. He will take the lead. Smoking Cheese, the current Drivers' Champion, now out front. We're down to 6 runners in this thing. Guy and I's dropped back, and it's now 5 cars that have a chance of winning this thing, unless Guy and I can close back in. Dean, do we see what happened to Wiley there?
No, I was too engrossed in the battle between the top 3 there, so I'm not sure what happened. I think he might have just lost it out of turn 1, as a lot of drivers have been caught out so far this session.
Yeah, he was backwards at the exit of turn 2 there, so regardless, we can still keep pushing on. Look at the gaps between the top 5 here. None of them are any more than half a second in front. Oh,
Theron's gone wide out of
Theron got way wide there, and now Fans looks to the outside trying to make a move. Here he comes, he's on the outside. If he keeps it late on the brakes, he could have a chance. Theron sort of forcing him out there, a bit of contact, and here comes Steph Licious looking inside. Fan holds onto it, and this has allowed Cheese to skill away a bit more. He may have a bit of more advantage with the DRS now. At least when we get round to later on the lap, he's almost a second out. He may actually, this may give him a really good chance of winning this race now if he can stay, if he can get 1 second in front. He was just 1 second in front briefly. The DRS now enabled. Theron has work to do.
Theron is really helping Cheese here get the gap, but C1 Tempo Fan's already nearly alongside after turn 2.
Fan's not done yet. He's on the outside. Will Theron give him the space? Going into turn 3. Here they come. He's on the outside. He's very close. He's gaining time. And there he goes underneath. And there goes Steph Felicious into 4th place as well, just behind them. Theron's still battling. There's a bit of contact there. They go side by side through the right hander, but Fan gets the edge. He's on the outside, but it's still not over yet because there goes Theron underneath. They come very close to contact once again. And Fan around the outside, but it's still not over yet. How have they not made contact at this point? Steph Felicious still right there looking to pounce behind them. Theron's on the inside. Here they come, and Cheese is getting away to a huge gap now. The gap now 3 seconds. Fan gets away with it, but it may be too little too late at this point. What a battle that was!
That was fantastic. For the entire Sector 1, they were side by side. That was great racing from the 2 of them.
And it's still not over yet, because here comes the DRS as well. Theron's going to use whatever ERS he has left to try and defend from what's gone on behind him. Steph Felicious back there in 4th. Wardy there in 5th. Garner is closing back up now. He's back within DRS range. But this race could be going the way of Smoking Cheese, short of a mistake this late in the race.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big gap for Smoking Cheese. Already it was 3 seconds. I mean, C1 Tempo Fan has gained some time back, but he hasn't got very long to catch up.
He's got, luckily for Fan, he's got 60% of his ERS, now 50% left. He's going to have to use that, he's going to use everything he's got to try and close back in while also holding off Theron behind him. Fan can hold nothing back at this stage of the race.
No, I think he might get the gap to Theron with Theron on the older mediums, but he's really got to push now to gain on Cheese here. You really need to push and gain pretty much half a second a lap at a minimum to get the win here.
Wardy has moved up into 4th place. He's closing on Theron here in the Red Bull. Going to be about to see a good battle for the last place on the rostrum. Although Theron will most likely take that, even if Wardy gets in front, due to the fact that Wardy has a 3-second penalty. If I check penalties here, yep, both Wardy and Garner have 3 seconds.
Yeah, so at the moment he is, I think, on net P6 or on the P5 with Guy and I in P6, but he needs to push as far as he can and get as far in front as possible in the last few laps if he can get up into the top 4 places.
Wardy incredibly close here. Yeah, he's backed off, so he's going through the chicane. He's going to have DRS and ERS open, so he closes all that back and potentially some more. He's closing in big time. Will he try and move? He goes late on the brakes. There he goes. What a move. There's slight contact. There is contact. And there goes Theron. No! Theron out of the race. We're down to 5 runners. And a safety car. I don't quite believe it. A 3rd safety car. 5 drivers left. What is going on?
Well, this is just...
I don't quite believe this.
I don't know how we've only got 5 runners left here. It's an
I'm
absolute nightmare.
We have 5 laps to go. There are now 5 runners remaining. One of the main contenders, Theron, has just been taken out of the Grand Prix. Cheese has just lost a good 3-second, 2.5-second advantage. And 2 of these guys have got penalties. Steph's in the pits here, making a change onto the soft tyres. We could be on course for an incredible finish here. The voice is cracking so hard right now.
It's all falls into the hands of Fan here, as he's now got that gap. He won't have DRS for the first 2 laps, but he has got his biggest chance here to take the lead. It depends how long the safety car will go on for. He may only have 1 or 2 laps with the DRS to try and take this win.
This is without a doubt the weirdest race I've ever seen in my life. And
no, we're witnessing here, well, I wouldn't say a race for the ages, but a race to forget for a lot of these drivers here with 10 drivers DNFing from the race. It's a very interesting one, I'll give you that.
Oh, this is absolutely incredible stuff. I doubt, I think we'll never see a race like this in the TakeOver Racing League ever again. So if you guys are still here right now, make sure to enjoy it while it lasts. Because I get the feeling this will be the kind of finish you'll want to go back and watch again and again. Although of course we could be insanely let down here in these next 4 laps.
Don't say anything here. We've got everyone is obviously wanting to get good points here because everyone in the top 5 is going to get good points, at least 10 points if I'm not mistaken. So I think it could be gloves off and elbows out here.
Yep, no one holding him back. And one driver I'd like to say who still probably has a good chance of winning the race, or at least get on the podium at least, and that's Stephalicious, who's just changed onto a set of fresh soft tyres. He's got the freshest tyres on the grid, and there's only 4 cars in front of him, and they're all going to be right there with him. So he's
obviously the car in front of him is on the set of medium. Oh, he's got 5
penalty for speed in the pit lane.
Oh no.
We may be down. Okay, so it does look like we are down. We'll be down to just 3 contenders at this point because Guyana has a penalty.
Yeah, so it looks like Stephalicious, C110B fan, and Smoking Cheese here for the win. Unfortunately, Steph has got Guy and I in the way with a set of mediums on, but he has got those very fresh softs, so I wouldn't rule him out.
Oh, this has been a historic race. I mean, even in all my years of playing the Formula 1 game, in my couple months of commentary, I have never seen anything like this ever. This is the kind of race, this is the kind of challenges you see people on YouTube doing, where they're just trying to DNF everyone, and that's basically what we've got here.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, to be fair, when I'm thinking about it, the new layout for Australia will be in the next F1 game, so I think people might enjoy this track a bit more in the next the next time we race here in the TakeOver Racing League. So hopefully that will encourage less DNFs, shall we say?
All right. Well, I think we are just moments away from getting going here for the final restart. And there it is, safety car in this lap. If you're here in the stream, do not go anywhere because these next 3 laps are going to be very, very exciting. It's been a historic race, the kind of thing we've never seen in the TakeOver Racing League before. An absolutely unprecedented Grand Prix here in Australia. And either Smoking Cheese, C110P fan, Dr. Guy and I, Stephalicious or iWardy HD have a chance of winning this thing. 5 drivers, 5 different constructors, all on 4 of them on softs, 1 of them on mediums. We've seen 3 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car. We went 1 corner before the virtual safety car came out, and now it's Smoking Cheese, the current drivers' champion, and the driver who came in just behind him in the championship in Season 2, C110P fan behind him. Here we go. Deep breath, everybody. Cheese is trying to get away as quickly as he can here. The restart is about to go. Dr. Ghana has a 3-second penalty, so it doesn't look like Steph has a better chance of finishing on the rostrum here. Back underway. Here we go. By the looks of things, we'll have DRS for 1 lap, so it's going to be purely down to who wants it more.
Stephalicious making a move on Dr. Ghana already, going into the podium places as well.
Around the outside, Wardy could try and take advantage as well, but I doubt he will. He's going to back off. Fam right there with Cheese in front of them. These guys are battling just for that last spot, of course. I do think the order behind... I get the feeling the order is pretty much set by this point because Guy and I has 6 seconds of the penalties, Wardy has 8. So unless Wardy gets 2 seconds in front of Guy and I, it doesn't look like the order is set. Steph seems set in 3rd, but could easily close up on the 2 leaders. But these 2 up front, I just don't know about.
I think they're in their own mind here. I think they're only racing between the 2 of them, and 3 tenths separates them. So C110B fan is going to be right in optimum position here to be within DRS when it does activate in the last lap. This could be really close.
Yep, short of any mistakes here. If either one of these 2 drivers, we may have an incredible finish on our hands. We will have an incredible finish on our hands. The gap has not gone up beyond half a second since Fan got back inside that half-second range. Already up in 4th place now. He's trying to get away from Garner, who's dropping back in that AlphaTauri. He's almost got a second, so he might actually get away with this, to be honest, if he can finish the job. Everyone on the ERS.
Cheese moving to the right-hand side to try and break the toe. 2 laps to go.
She's got a much better exit out of the last corner there and gained nearly half a second out of the last few corners here. But she's got C110 fans got a good exit out of the first corner
though. Here we go. He's closing right back in. Now is not time to go for a move just yet. Wardy's trying to pass Steph Licious. He's gone around the outside, going in. There's a bit of contact there. Steph Licious kind of forces Wardy. He still managed to make his way through on the inside. And there he goes. Although, of course, he will. This is a race for him to finish in 4th place. But he might actually close on the leaders, to be honest. I mean, this one's gonna get very tempting.
I remember Wardy's on a fresh set of soft as well, so he could really get into the mix here and really ruin one of the two drivers' races, or both of them, and take the lead. I mean, he may not get the overall win, but he might get the win on the track. You never know.
I felt like that'd be a fitting end to the Grand Prix for the driver who hasn't even won the race across the line first.
It could be another
like that's what this race
mix in the race.
Still right there, everyone nice and clean. She's breaking the toe. Here comes Fan on the ERS. He's got to. If it was me, I'd be saving the ERS a bit more because I'd be wanting it for this final lap charge. Here we go then. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. This race is going to the absolute wire. It's going beyond the wire at this point.
I think the wire's gone out the window here, and it's just full-blown racing here.
White flag in the wind. One more lap to go. DRS has been able. Wardy set the fastest lap of the race. That'll be another point for him. So that'll be 11 points for him most likely, unless he can finish in 4th. But he's essentially pushed Fan through turn 2. Fan on the ERS. He's closing in. Cheese defends the inside, but he moves out. And there goes Wardy at the inside. Cheese has got overshot the corner as well. Wardy up into 2nd place now. He goes around the outside of Fan. That might just settle it here because Cheese is getting away.
I think that might have ruined the race there for C110B Fan here. I think Smoke and Cheese might get it now. Wardy's got in the middle of the two contenders.
Wardy still has a chance, if you ask me, of getting this car on the rostrum. Actually, no, forget that. He's got an 8-second penalty. But he's staying right there behind Cheese here. He might try and take the lead on track. Although he's got very little ERS and Cheese has got almost all of his left. But Fan has dropped back, and I think this might be it. Unless... Oh... Cheese got a terrible exit there. Wardy's closing in. Here we go. This could be it. Cheese defending inside. Wardy looking outside. He goes for the switchback. He's inside. As he overshot the corner, he's managed to make it through. But here comes Cheese, and Fan's closing back in as well. This one could get tight. Here we go. Couple more corners, and there goes Cheese. Cheese is around. He's almost around. There goes Steph up the inside. He's trying to take 2nd place, but C110B Fan. Unbelievable stuff. Wardy's going to come to the line. Wardy's going to win the race on track, but C110B Fan is the winner of the Australian Grand Prix. I don't believe what I've seen. Unbelievable scenes here in Melbourne, and I guarantee you will never see the end of a race like that ever again. What just happened? What just happened?
I don't know what quite happened there.
I don't know what to say. For the first time ever, C110B Fan is a race winner in the TakeOver Racing League. I can hardly breathe. I'm feeling dizzy.
Jesus, you couldn't even predict it. I did say that at the end you couldn't predict it. We thought that Cheese had the win in the bag, but then Wardy just went for it and went for the win.
Wardy went for it in a race. He wasn't even. He didn't have a chance of winning. What's just happened?
I'm not sure really. I mean, overall the racing was just nuts.
The racing
to be honest,
was
was nuts.
I guarantee you'll never see a race like that ever again. This is the kind of finish you will want to go back and watch over and over again. I don't think, like I say, I keep on saying it, you'll never see that again. Never in a million years will you see a situation like that again. So C110B Fan then is your winner. Steph Licious is in 2nd place in the end. Cheese comes home in 3rd. Wardy in 4th in the end. Dr. Guy and I 5th. They're on 6th. Hardy 7th. Alex in 8th. Paris 9th. And Taplin that rounds out the top 10. I think there's a few guys we need to talk to. If we can, go try and get an interview with everyone in the top 3. I don't quite believe that. We're going to see if we can get Fan in for a question or two, just to ask him just how mental that race was. Dean, give me your thoughts, mate.
Well, I don't know what to say. That was a dramatic end to the race. I mean, I can't believe what happened there. That was just nuts. I mean, it was really good race, I'd say, overall for some drivers, but obviously it was unfortunate that so many did DNF in the end. So it's a mixed bag. Unfortunate for many, and I'm sure that many won't won't want to remember it, but I'm sure C110P fan will.
You'll remember that one
will
for a
always
long
remember this
time.
one.
Unbelievable stuff. We are just waiting here for a moment to see if we can get any questions from C110P fan. Of course, the TakeOver Racing League's newest winner. There's one thing you have to remember. The man in charge is the man who put everything together. The man who presides over the league is at last a race winner. Oh,
Dear me.
I still don't quite believe what we've just seen. That was only like a minute ago on the last lap. Okay, we will be getting fan in just a moment. I am. This is incredible stuff. Yeah, congratulations to the 5 drivers who actually managed to finish the race in the end. Because they deserve a massive round of applause. But like I say, never see a race like that again. But in just a moment, we'll be getting to hear from the race winner on just what a mental race that was.
No, it was I think a roller coaster would be a understatement for that race for a lot of the drivers. They thought they were out of it for a minute. I mean, I'm sure Fan thought he was out of it once he lost P2 to Wardy, and then suddenly he wins the race.
Forget a roller coaster. That was an acid trip those last few laps. I mean, we wanted a race and we got one. That was absolutely incredible stuff. And I could not be happier with how that race went down.
Oh man, honestly, I'm sweating.
Well done,
sweating
mate.
buckets.
You're a race winner, mate. You've done it.
Yeah, it took a while, didn't it?
Just, we're in disbelief up here. Just please, if you can, walk us through that last lap. What just happened?
Do you know what? Like there was a couple of times where I thought, right, just keep it on track now, and I've done it. And then there was a safety car, and then there was another safety car. I'll tell you what, to be honest, for a little while, I was absolutely fuming at Wardy for overtaking me. I was like, don't send it, please don't send it. And I knew he was going to send it. Yeah. Then obviously I just gave up. Like, I literally gave up, and then I just kept, sorry, I'm not out of breath and sweating. That was so intense.
I know,
honestly.
We went crazy up here, up in the booth.
You should have heard Zach. He nearly hit puberty again.
Wow!
I can imagine. but then I was like, I'm gonna have to go for it, because I was like, at least if he sent it on me, there's a chance he's gonna send it on Cheese here, and there might be a scrap, and there was. But I'm under no illusions. I got lucky. I think Cheese probably deserved the win after that drive.
It's a very mixed bag there. I mean, I'd say
it's
a very mixed one.
It's a mixed one for me as well. I don't feel great. I mean, I put it on pole and then I lost it the first corner. I should have won it before that, really, but it is what it is. But yeah, I feel sorry for Cheese because he deserved that today, or he didn't deserve what happened.
Yeah, Cheese drove a great race, but of course you also did drive a great race. That was a Sergio Perez victory, if ever I've seen one. But
Cheers,
yeah,
man.
we won't keep any longer, mate. I assume you've got a bottle somewhere, so you can go celebrate with that.
I just need a shower.
All right, well, you are free to go, mate. We won't hold you any longer. So yeah, have a good evening. Thanks for giving us a great race.
And you. No worries. See you later.
All right. Do you reckon we can see if we can get anyone else in, Dean? What do you reckon?
I mean, you can see if you can get in Wardy or Steph or even Cheese and see if
I reckon we get in Wardy and ask him just what went down there.
I can't see why not.
I mean, I've if anything, I've completely forgotten. Not forgotten, but like I don't know. I saw the move, and now I have to watch this one back because
it all kicked off, and we weren't sure what was really happening. It was just all over the place.
I mean, on the last restart when Cheese got away, I was really scared for a second that I jinxed the whole thing. and I was thinking just. I was thinking, right, Cheese now has a gap, then it's over. Alright, okay, well, let's see if we can get a response from Wardy here. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get a thing from him. We have to find out just what was in his head as he was going through it. Because we have to remember, he finished 4th, but he won the race on track, so unofficial race winner, we'll call it that. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a couple of views from a couple of drivers that might not think he's our race winner, but he did win on track after pitting very late for the fresh soft, so he went for it and did win the race, but obviously with penalties he did come P4 in the end.
Yep, P4. But no, incredible
hello.
race. Hello, Woody, you alright, mate?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How you guys doing?
Well, I don't know about Dean, but I'm losing my mind here. What just happened?
I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I kind of, well, at the beginning of the race, I really had no luck with penalties and losing wings and stuff. I didn't really expect to be at the front towards the end.
But yeah, talk us through the last lap for you, because we have to remember you did finish 4th, but unofficially you did win the race.
Yeah, I just thought, let's go for it. Why not? I've got fresh tyres. I think me and Steph both pitted at the end of that safety car, so we both had fresh tyres, and Fan and Cheese both had slightly worn tyres. So I thought, just go for it, and I did.
Yeah, you did really well on that last lap. Of course, Cheese. I wonder if he's too happy with how things went on the last lap. Because did you make contact? Well, I almost didn't see it.
I think I went around the outside and his front wing nipped my right rear, I think. So yeah, it was slight contact. But yeah, I can understand from his point of view why he's a little bit mad, but I was just racing for myself, so that's racing, I guess.
Fair enough. Alright, well, we won't hold you any longer. Congratulations on the 4th place finish and the unofficial victory. So we shall...
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
I was hoping to see you at the next race.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Alright then, so I feel like we should wrap things off there. I'm going to have to go back to watch this one back, because just incredible stuff there. 10 out of 10 race. Crazy. It had everything we wanted. Or not everything we wanted, but it gave us what we didn't know we wanted.
It gave us entertainment, shall we say that? It might,
yeah, we'll call it that. We'll call it that.
Should we say a drive to survive type race?
Yep. What I will try and do for you guys in the chat, I will try and get some highlights out for both the those are posted on both my channel and the TakeOver Racing League's channel. So if you guys want to go check those out, and it won't be too long. At some point over the course of the next few days, the highlights from Monaco will be released as well. So look forward to that. But from me and Dean here in the booth, that is the end of the stream. Really hope you've enjoyed this one. If you are new to TakeOver Racing League, make sure to subscribe and go subscribe to the TRL channel. There'll be a link down in the description below in just a moment. So until next time, we shall see you. We'll see you then. So from me, it's goodbye. Dean, I assume it's goodbye from you as well.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, and we shall see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later. And we're out.